This is a small clip from one of my main videos. If you like it, then please check out the original video. Okay, bye, love you. I sure am feeling nostalgic today, and hey, this fad might be fucking dead, but it wouldn't be the first time I dug up a corpse. Let's check out the Silly Bandz website, shall we? Going on the Silly Bandz website to buy Silly Bandz nowadays is, probably one of the saddest things you could do. This is just depressing. Thankfully, I got really lucky and stumbled upon this sick Black Friday deal. Using this discount, I can buy all 35 packs, over 800 Silly Bandz, for a measly $72. Still just a bunch of fucking rubber bands though. Do you realize how many rubber bands I could cop at Office Depot for that amount? I should also mention they got stickers for sale here, and what is actually the point of these? The whole novelty of Silly Bandz comes from the fact that it's a rubber band shaped like something. You can make literally any shape or photo into a sticker. This is not special at all. Even by sticker standards, these are some of the lamest stickers anyone could own. For the bands, sure, I'll pay $72, but fuck the stickers. A purchase! Man, talk about buyer's remorse, but at least I can thoroughly review these things now. Oh, what's up, Dr. Triangles?
Hey, Flish. What'd you order?
You don't want to know.
I mean, I literally asked.
Yeah, will you just fucking get out of here? Isosceles piece of shit. Now let's take a look at some of the packs here. One thing you'll definitely notice while scrolling through all the packs here is that a lot of the Silly Bandz you remember from your childhood aren't here. And that's simply due to the fact that so many companies figured it'd just be easy enough to make their own versions of the bracelets under their own name. This actually prompted the creator of Silly Bandz to file lawsuits, which is pretty absurd considering this wasn't even an original concept to begin with. And even if it was, I mean, it's fucking rubber bands shaped like stuff. It's really not worth suing over. Many of the packs available here are pretty unremarkable when you get down to it. A lot of these are just generic animal shapes, loosely separated into different themes like zoo and rainforest, and they definitely vary in quality. For example, this gorilla one is so finely detailed, it's got hair on its ass. And then we've got these ones, which look like they just came out of a gorilla's ass. It's also pretty strange how much the accuracy of these shapes differs from pack to pack. Most of them are pretty solid, all things considered, but others are just questionable. You can definitely tell which packs were released first. Like, here's the fun pack, and man, oh man, fun indeed. This is just a freaking party, man. I mean, I have always wanted to make my arm feel like a woman's restroom. Now let's get into the licensed Silly Bandz. This company sure does try to remind everyone how they're totally still relevant and hip these days, and might I say, nothing screams modern quite like packs of Silly Bandz based on Farmville, Angry Birds, iCarly, Kim Kardashian, and Justin Bieber. Like, god damn, we're practically living in the future here. This Angry Birds pack is great. You gotta love how they awkwardly try to shove in the bird's facial features in a way that just looks super rough and unnecessary, especially since the bird outlines themselves would have worked fine. The Justin Bieber pack, I mean, it sure was 2010. Shit, how'd that one Bieber song from 2010 go? Fucking something about infants, I'll bing it later. Speaking of infants, Kim Kardashian Silly Bandz? Oh man, the quintessential pack of Silly Bandz for the elementary schoolers in this product's target audience. We've got some letters, we've got some objects, we've got some humans, and of course, we've got this nice pink beak. There's a Hershey's themed pack sporting all these iconic Hershey's shapes and randomly containing an ampersand for no reason. Moving on, we've also got iCarly Silly Bandz. iCarly was my shit back then, and this is actually a really great fit. iCarly and Silly Bandz, two very strong representations of the year 2010, coming together to create a pack of bracelets that frickin' sucks. Okay, so you've got these crime scene chalk outlines that barely, if at all, represent the iCarly characters. And then you've just got texting acronyms? Like, there's already another designated pack specifically for those, and both of these packs include different TTYLs in them for some reason. And what do these even have to do with iCarly? Is it literally just because the characters in the series run a web show? Is that it? And wow, BRB? Man, I'd have killed to be the kid with the Be Right Back Silly Band on my wrist. The fucking phrase you say before taking a piss. We've got packs based on SpongeBob and Yo Gabba Gabba, two shows I thoroughly enjoyed during different periods of my childhood, and it's pretty cool that they made my favorite character Broby multicolored. I'll hand it to Silly Bandz, the sheer scarcity of these special bands actually made them feel unique. If you had a multicolored glow-in-the-dark or otherwise abnormal flavor of Silly Band, you were cool, end of story. But my personal favorite Silly Bandz pack right now, and the definition of cool, is the Troy Lee Moto X pack. Bless you. Also, who the fuck? Apparently some motorcycle thing. Kids like motorcycles, right? We've got the iconic logo that the kids surely recognize. This thing, that thing, just the name Lucas, wide range of appeal on that one. And last but not least in this pack, my all-time favorite Silly Bandz shapes. The internet loves skulls these days, and I gotta say, I'm a fan of them myself. And well, this pack contains some skull and crossbones Silly Bandz, and this is just fucking sad, man. This is just fucking sad. Oh my, that was quite the experience. It was pretty fun to look back at these things and talk about my experience with them, and I'll say it was definitely worth dropping $72 for. No, the fuck it wasn't.